You know, when it comes to squad depth, you praise squad depth because somebody can come in when it's needed,
but the level can drop.
Yeah, squad depth doesn't mean like, hey, let's see your squad with everyone injured. Do you get where I'm coming from? That's not what it means. Like, you had you had Saliba go. Okay, Mascara came in. Oh no, so Gabriel go. Hincapi came in. All right, cool. Saliba go. Mascara come in. Okay, cool. Mascara goes. Now Timber's having to play centre back, and then Ben White is playing right back. Squad depth doesn't mean let's see you at your bare bones and see how you cope.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Now we're gonna have to. But what I'm saying is now we're gonna have to see how you rise. To me, it's not even about the players. It's about how do you rise to that challenge when some of the key people are not there, because you can't plan for that. You've got the depth to be ready to react, and it's not saying that they have to be the same level. But now as a team, you have to come together and make sure you can get through this moment. I'm saying that 2 wins and 5 is not something to start being like, oh my gosh, we're blowing it. Because a lot of Arsenal fans are going, oh my gosh, it's happening. No, you have to regulate.
I understand the PTSD, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
The points gap is already 2 points.
Yeah, but you have to regulate.
2 or 3 weeks ago, we were like, hey, these men are coming for Chelsea's record. Is it wrapped up or whatever? And Pep warned us and said, nobody wins the title in November. And I think previous seasons, they've seen this PTSD of the Saka injury, the Saliba injury, the Gabriel injury. It's always been an injury that derails their season a little bit and brings them back down to earth a little bit. And I think now they've had similar situation. Saliba and Gabriel, arguably the 2 best centre-backs in the world, arguably the best pairing in the world, if not definitely the best pairing, go out missing. And the whole thing all season long has been, you know what? Saka can get injured. We've got Madueke who can step in. What's his name? Odegaard can get injured. We have Eze who can come in. We actually have the depth for once to compete. And I think these last couple of games have highlighted not in every position. And as you said, maybe not too many losses. But I think Mascara, or was it Timber yesterday, and Hincapi, they were a little bit shaky.
These are we're like patching up. You're getting patched up, you know.
But the thing is, this is a situation you have to deal with, bro. There were periods when City had injuries. There were periods when Liverpool had the injuries. They were still going for titles. This is where you actually have to paper over with the quality that you signed in the summer. Hincapi cost 50 million, bro. He's alone with a 50 million obligation.
But the thing is,
like, Mascara's the cheap one. You know what I mean?
So I'm not even talking about defense. I'm talking about as a team. What do we always say? When the adversity comes, you have to rise. You have to rise. 2 and 5, no matter what. Cool. We're going into December now. This is the thick of it. Games are coming thick and fast.
Also,
we're already saying that Gyökeres, we don't know if it's going to work. Arsenal fans have been like, we've wasted money there. Arsenal,
check my Instagram comments.
I don't know.
All I'm here to say is,
I'll be monitoring Truth.
I was like, Truth? I know you've been cussing Gyökeres.
Right, no, he doesn't actually right now. I don't think he does right now.
I don't know, you know.
The minute he turns, I will be there.
All I'm here to say is,
I put a bookmark on that.
Injuries or not, as a team, when the going gets tough, you have to rise. We've talked about Arsenal being ready to compete for so long. There's only so long you can say, but this injury led to this and that. It's not a blip. Don't panic now. Check the rear mirror if you want to, but rectify the situation. Like, get to it, because the defense isn't the reason why they're not scoring goals.
I mean,
the defensive solitude is what they've been known for, but you also invested money in your attack. Games are won by scoring goals. Don't panic now.
I think personally, for me, I've said, for me, I think when you look at, as you said, we're talking about the injuries and stuff, I think Gabriel and Saliba does affect the way they play the game. I do think it affects. Yeah, I do think it affects it. But okay, cool, they're out. You find a way to deal with it. I think Villa Park, was it necessarily down to injuries why they didn't win that game? I wouldn't really say so. That was Villa Park. It's happened to them before. Villa Park is a tough stadium to go to. Man City lost there as well. It's not easy. You lot won. Yeah, we 4-0. We find a way of winning all the time as well somehow. But the Villa Park is a tough game. So for me, I look at that and it's like, you don't want to lose them games, but you easily can. Villa are on form, bro. Villa have gone on 2 spells of winning 5 in a row or something like that. It's some crazy.
I think that's 7 in a row. 7-0
something crazy like that, right? So Villa are a good team, and they've got their momentum at the moment. It doesn't help, obviously, Phil Foden and Man City. Foden, by the way, we just brushed over him because of Turkey. The last 3 games, this guy he's carrying. He's carrying. You know what I'm saying? So he's back. And he's laying a gauntlet down, because last time when it was time to go for a title, Foden turned into Goku. You know what I mean? And now he's looking at it again. But back to it, what you're saying about the attack. For me, this is my thing with Arsenal. Like, a lot is like, I still think their highest end of quality isn't that high. It's not a Salah, it's not a Haaland, it's not a... Do you get where I'm coming from? So they're still going to find ways to struggle. But I think the next few games, Wolves, I think they got Palace maybe.
So this is
the next few. I think the next few games they're going to win like 5 of the next 6 games.
But this is, and again, that's why I'm saying they don't need to panic about it, because typically what happens with our Arsenal season when we look historically is there'll be a run of a few games where it gets tetchy and they get nervous. You don't need to get nervous. You just need to get back to regular programming. Club Brugge, you dust them off. Wolves, you dust them off. Everton at home is not an easy game.
Not easy, no.
It's not an easy game.
Everton at where? At Emirates or?
No, at Dick Hickinson or whatever it's called. Yeah. It's not an easy game. They still have to play Villa at the end of the month.
Yeah. Where's that? Emirates.
At Emirates. Yeah.
It's gonna be. So I expect.
So all I'm saying is just get back on the. If you ever blip, you get back to it. Just get back to it.
I think even Arsenal fans know the only team that can stop Arsenal from winning the title
is themselves.
Is Arsenal themselves. Is Arsenal imploding within themselves because of results like this? As you say, I think the right thing is you lose a game, you drop points or whatever, you get back on it. Especially when it's only in November. But I think it's that PTSD of the past 3 seasons of the injuries, and I think if you don't get over that mental hurdle, it can be a slippery slope. But they are their only worst enemies this season. I don't think the other teams are actually good enough, and even with, as you say, they might not have that top end talent in attack, I still think they have enough.
They have enough. They should have enough.
They have more than enough to be able to win a title.
You gotta be, listen, for them, right? As I said, with Foden now joining the party, we know Haaland 15 and 14 games. And Foden joined the party. You're looking at two guys that have proven they can lead the title charge and win a title. Foden was the best player in the year that they won it. Haaland was the best player. So these are 2 guys that have been there and done it, right? So if they continue that form, it's going to be scary. The thing with the Arsenal one is that you cannot, and this is why on my video when I was talking about Gyökeres, I don't know why everyone seemed to skip over it and think that I'm not talking about others, but I need more from. For me, you need more from Eze. You need more from Saka. You know, your best attackers this season cannot be Trossard and Marino.
Facts.
It can't be. Bukayo Saka, you're gonna have to be. You're gonna have to lead. You're gonna have to do a Foden of
get back to that level last season.
You're going to have to. Do you get what I mean? You're gonna have to be that. Like if you want to win a title, Eze.
He's the one.
You're gonna need to be that level too. So I am not expecting that from Gyökeres. So I'm not even gonna bother. But he has got.
But I think Eze and Gyökeres at the end of the season will be judged if they don't win the title.
Who?
Because Eze and Gyökeres.
They
were the two.
They're the 2 that came in.
They're the 2 that came in, and they were gonna bring. Eze is going to help us break down deep blocks, and Gyökeres is going to be that flat track bully that just gets us more than what Havertz has been giving us. And if at the end of the season you're talking about Eze, okay, you've had 3 or 4 moments, but you haven't had a consistent season. I don't think that's gonna.
I feel like this last thing. I feel like Arsenal, like as good as they've been this season, and I still think they're going to go on and truck along. I don't think it's panic at all, but I still look at them and I still feel like, where's that talisman? January? They say it's Saka, but
January.
I've got.
I still feel like
could they do it in Jan?
No, now I've got to ask you a question.
Could they get one in Jan?
Now I've got to ask you a question.
I doubt it.
Can your
I think City are going to sign someone in January. So I think they're going to sign.
The question I've got to you is, because when I think of talisman, it's someone that carries your team, and oftentimes it's someone that carries your team, maybe like with a bit of goals and everything and performance. Declan Rice has been unmovable and unshakable for them. He's been so important for them. Is that enough? If Declan Rice is talisman,
it can't be Declan Rice. It has to be.
By the way,
one of them. I said in my video,
PFA,
every winner of a league, you have that attacker that was a Player of the Year candidate. You have KDB, Mahrez, Vardy. Let's go Rooney, Ronaldo. We can go on here forever. Where's that talisman?
No, I agree. But I also think one other thing as well is in terms of the usage of players as well. I think someone like a Zubimendi has played pretty much every minute bar maybe, I think, 50 minutes. You don't want to be overusing him because of how important he is to their midfield this season. No, I know. But from now till like February, I think this is where you really have to rotate your squad in. And I'm looking at the likes of Ranieri. I'm looking at the likes of Lewis Skelly. They were key players, bro. Not even key players, but they added key moments last year, whether it was in the Cups, Lewis Skelly covering at different positions. Now they're completely out of the limelight. I think that could be something if he doesn't get right over the next month or two, it could come back to bite him at the end of the season.
The way Arteta has got these players playing, it's a function. You have to do a specific function. So if it's not working, you can't pin it all down to the player. I see Odegaard playing passes into those channels, into the danger area. That's what he's been put for.
For me, it started. I think hate on Odegaard is too much. Like,
I agree.
I agree, but I do think when I was watching the game yesterday, like, or whenever it was. I think Odegaard takes too many touches sometimes, bro. Like, it takes like 7 touches every time he gets the ball. You know what I mean? When I look at these top players, they get the ball within 3 touches, they've moved it. I think sometimes Odegaard takes a lot. And I have backed Odegaard this whole period. When everyone talks, I like Odegaard. But I think sometimes it takes too many touches. So then even when Arsenal were going through that good period, it was Odegaard who was kind of like leading it. But it felt like the Odegaard show. If it's not going to be Odegaard doing it, it's going to be nobody, because he has the ball so much. And in everything, the way when he passes it to Saka, he passes it to want it back. Yeah. He passes it to the next man to get it back, and then he turns, and then he turns, and he turns. Then he plays the pass, and I was like, on paper, it's gonna look like you created a lot of chances and you took a shot and that. But I was looking at it, and I was like, it was too Odegaard centric for me. You know what I mean? But I like Odegaard, and I think the hate on him is too much, because it's not like there was it wasn't like everything was super free flowing when he wasn't there. So when he was away, sorry. So but I don't know.
The issue is, like, if anyone's expecting Odegaard to be this let it rip shooting outside the box or anything, no, that's been taken away. He's been clearly told not to do that. The instructions are Declan Rice gets the free roam. You do cute passes, and Zubimendi just kind of keeps it ticking. And then all the utilisation goes to the flanks and whatnot. You try and find Gyökeres. So, like, you can't expect him to do something back in the day when the manager's clearly told him not to do it.
Because who said the manager told him not to do it?
You can tell by the way he's playing. You said this guy, Odegaard used to, but that season that everyone talks about.
One season. Next thing we're going to still talk about what Gabriel Jesus was doing in there. Like, it's moved on. You know
what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
I can't lie. He could be their secret weapon.
We don't even know what that guy's going to come back and look like, bro. He might come back and look like.
Also,
Joe.
I don't think.
Remember Joe?
That,
oh my gosh!
He's one of those jugadors, footballers.
Yeah, I don't know if the Eze and Odegaard thing can work. I don't know if the Eze and Odegaard thing can work as well. That's another conversation. I don't think it.
The what?
The Eze and Odegaard thing.
I think it's early to say.
We
haven't seen enough matches of that to say that.
Yeah, but
Eze left wing.
Yeah, I was never really.
No, but I'm talking about when they're in that central area. Like, I think it's like too many chefs in the kitchen when they're both in that central area. Especially when you got Declan Rice running up and down. And it's just everyone's in. There's too much traffic on the road.
You'll see mostly when it's a fully fit squad.
No, I agree.
But we'll see. I don't know.